Yo, never mind what you seen.
You know what? Fuck what you heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that.
We coming in hot.
You are.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is my bag.
The way you're going to approach this is your bag.
Yeah, once... Well, listen, yo, it's Seen and Not Heard. It's KJ. It's Swang.
Another week.
Another week.
Another
episode.
Shout out to my good brother. Shout out to my man Katsky.
Yes.
Held it down.
Appreciate you coming by, my brother.
You know what I'm saying?
As always, yo.
Held us down. He's making sexy red noises in the background.
Yo.
To
I don't know. Do we have to pause that?
To reestablish his support for black women?
Refer to
you,
our companion
Ivory King.
episode. Yeah, yo, hilarious, yo. Yeah, we on bullshit today, yo.
they appreciate you, Ivory King.
Yeah,
yo,
Ivory King is nuts, yo.
So
nuts, yo. And we're gonna be talking about one of your favorite actors, bro. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's his man, right?
Top Gun is not his name, K. Come on, yo. You sound like an old mom, yo.
No, that's the movie that made me realize how much he had an affinity for him.
Okay, got you.
That's the only reason I did that. I know his name.
Okay.
Say his name?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, right. Let's get back.
This week's movie? Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut by... All right, ISO. ISO on me. That's fine. That's okay.
In 1 second.
1 second. What you got?
This week's movie, Maintain the Horny. The only thing I remembered about the movie when I was very young and when it first came out was it activated the horny.
For sure.
It was a lot of full frontal nudity.
I remember early days of just internet exploration. This was a movie that got brought up probably more than any other movie as it pertains to boobies in movies. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all I was going to say because I was still overwhelmed.
I remember it being clipped up. I remember the scene being clipped up. Early YouTube days, this was on fucking YouTube at one point. Just him walking through.
Right. I was still overwhelmed as an adult. To be like, I was like, wow. I was like, they found lots of reasons to show breasts in this movie.
Part of our behind the scenes is that scene is heavily edited. There is a director's cut out there because the movie sits at 2 hours, 20 minutes. Okay. There's like a 2 hour and like 30 or 45 minute version of this movie. I think I've seen once. Yeah, the fucking mansion scene is like 5 to 10 minutes longer, bro, in the fucking director's cut.
It's mystical there.
Danger.
Sorry.
You know
I thought it was Shake It Fat.
Yeah. No, it isn't Shake It Fat. Is it? I don't know. He's canceled.
Melissa Ford was in the video.
M4 was in the video, bro.
All right, cool. Anyway, now I saw you. Yeah. Now it's all your time.
All right. So, yeah. So, Eyes Wide Shut. One of my definitive top 5 favorite directors, Stanley Kubrick. You arguably can't find a more perfect catalog. I know it's up for debate, but Stanley Kubrick, phenomenal filmmaker, great writer, great director, visionary, all that good shit. This is his last movie that he directed. He ended up passing away in post-production. So while they were editing the movie and everything, he passed away, mysteriously. I don't have a tinfoil hat on. Just imagine I have a tinfoil hat on because we're about to get into some shit with this movie. I know my man's over there. Yeah, hat low, brim low, all that shit, yo. Illuminati. So, 1999 movie. Between the three of us, I know me and Katsky, I know you're not on camera, but we talk a lot about like great movie years, a lot, as it pertains to either Oscars or when movies were released. But 1999 was one of them ones. For a lot of reasons, at one point we thought the fucking world was about to collapse in on itself in 1999. We thought the banking structure was going to fucking end, whatever. A lot of great movies that came out that year. This is one of them. Directed by Kubrick, 2 leading actors. We got our guy TC, Tom Cruise. This is a year or two before Scientology, We're gonna get back to that.
Are we?
Yeah. No. Oh no, bro. The rabbit hole on this is fucking disgusting to the point where I'm on the phone with Cruz and I said, "Yo, Cruz, this is hurting my soul because it's making me go back to a version of my life that I don't want to go back into, which was the conspiracy swang era."
You didn't have to.
We here
We're
now.
here.
We here
But
now.
you didn't have-
We here now. So where was I at? Oh yeah, great movie year, so on and so forth. So yeah, a great 1999 movie. Two leading actors, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, who were married at the time of this movie being made. On-screen chemistry,
They didn't make it, huh?
it's fucking terrible. Didn't make it.
And life imitating art.
Hey, some weird shit about how Tom Cruise divorces his women. If we're gonna get, I'm trying to like be.
No, you're not.
I'm trying to like be in sequence with the conspiracy shit, but fuck it, yeah, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Throw the paint at the wall.
So, if anybody has seen this movie, on one hand, we have a movie that's about a married couple either going through a weird, let's be PC, going through a weird phase in their marriage. We can kind of agree. But there's a conversation that is had, which we'll get back to after the ISO, between Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, that leads Tom Cruise down this very dark path. Like in a text message to you, I said, Eyes Wide Shut, something about like relationship cautionary tale, or like cheating cautionary tale, or Illuminati expose.
Right.
We're gonna go with the former. We're gonna go with Illuminati expose for this segment, yo. My man's is allowing, he's clearing the lane for your boy. So, if you've seen this movie, you already know what to expect, yo. He goes off and tries to explore. I don't want to say necessarily explore his sexuality, but he's definitely trying to try other women because of the conversation that he has with his wife, which again, I don't want to fuck all that. We're going to get to that. Because that's, I think, at the crux of mine and yours review of this. But, yeah, he goes to an Illuminati style sex party. How he gets there is really whatever. It's really fucking whatever. He bumps into a guy that he went to college with that tells him about this fucking party where all these naked women are, even though he's wearing a fucking blindfold the whole time. Says he saw, I never seen women like this before. All the women look the same. That's something that we laughed about. It's the same type of woman. There's no variance in the women that they choose for this fucking sex party. But yeah, anybody that knows anything about the rabbit hole that this movie goes down, a lot of people think that Stanley Kubrick was trying to expose the elite, expose the darker side of what these rich and wealthy people get into. The movie has a lot of themes of duality and all that shit. People wearing masks at the party. Now, this is like throwing paint at a wall with how fucking crazy this goes. So I'm going to try to align it up as best as possible. The party that Tom Cruise sneaks into, basically, is heavily influenced by a Rothschild family dinner party that they had somewhere in like the mid to late 70s. The invites to this party were spelled in reverse. So anybody that knows anything about Satanism, the as above, so below type of shit, or saying rather, mirrors play a lot in the occult and paganism and shit like that. The fucking poster of this movie quite literally is Nicole Kidman, one eye covered, looking into the mirror. Mirrors are said to be the looking glass. I'm going to be going off on some shit, so just bear with me. Alice in Wonderland, the book is called, it's Alice and the Looking Glass? Or something like that. Or it might just be Through the Looking Glass. So it's funny that the wife's name is Alice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We talk a lot about
the tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Yeah, tinfoil hat is crazy. But I didn't invent these theories. these supersede my knowledge of the movie. So it is what it is. I'm just taking shit that I read on the internet and listen to on pods and YouTube videos, all that good shit. So where were we? Yeah, they were married in real life. Nicole Kidman's father's ties to Aleister Crowley, who is the Satanist, the leader of Satanism, the modern Satanism as we know it. Her father, I believe, passed away somewhere in like the mid 2000s, early 2010s, something like that. Literally the moment that he died, a woman came forth who said that he had abused her when she was 6 years old. So, yeah, Satanist cults. You know, daddy's a Satanist. Married to Tom Cruise. Literally the celebrity leader of Scientology in the early 2000s. Scientology, weird as fuck. I want to say shout out to L. Ron Hubbard, but it's not because of that. Yo, Grainy, if you're watching, it's because of this fucking movie that we used to watch on the early Netflix days where dude says some shit like, yo, I used to smoke weed with L. Ron Hubbard. Because you got to be on some strong shit to come up with a fake-ass bullshit religion like Scientology. Aliens, numbers, weird shit. Anyway.
Yeah,
let's see. We have so we got Nicole Kidman's ties to Satanism. Nicole Kidman was also in a movie called The Stepford Wives, which a lot of people think is draped in conspiracy. A lot of that and some of this movie have to do with MK Ultra mind control, CIA, fucking, yeah, a bunch of, yo, see, you can say tinfoil, but it's real. Like, it's a real thing. Just like Project Paperclip, yo, where we employed Nazis after World War II. You know, I'm hoping that, a lot of you have maybe heard some of this or versions of some of this at home. You know, that's why I'm jumping around a little bit. If you didn't, welcome to my TED Talk.
I was gonna say, if you didn't, then you're me.
Then this is all new to you, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, this conversation that they have, yo, like just the makings of the movie is really weird. Kubrick was he really wanted a real life married couple for this movie. It didn't necessarily have to be Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. Just so happened that they were two people arguably at like, you know, the height of their game. Don't know if he knew that her dad was tied to Satanism and the occult in any way, but hey, that's a bonus, you know, came with it. Sometimes you get extra fries in the bag. That was one of them, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, sorry, I'm on a hot streak, yo, after mine and Katsky's episode, yo. It is what it is, yo. It is what it is, bro. Sometimes you get extra fries in the bag, yo. So, there's a lot of themes, a lot of imagery in the movie that maybe you didn't catch up on. The use of colors, specifically the colors of the rainbow. Rainbows popping up a lot in the movie, and something that when I was doing a little bit of, just to rehash my fucking conspiracy, the conspiracy part of my brain that I've tried to really fucking bury deep in my subconscious. There was some new shit that popped up. It was definitely more about the rainbow stuff, but apparently two things. Every time Tom Cruise is, we'll just say, tested, or even just him or his wife are tested, they're walking past or under rainbow imagery. So we know directors like to just, nothing is on screen by accident.
Gotcha.
Them using, Kubrick using Christmas as the time for this is bullshit. I really believe he's using all the, you know, the Christmas lights and the rainbows and shit. I think he's using that because of colors being used in MK Ultra mind control, which a lot of people who are into the Illuminati or the occult, the cabal, whatever you want to fucking call it, they believe that they use various mind control tactics to control their subjects. You know, we're not going to go into the fucking rabbit hole where like, oh, the celebrities are a part of MK Ultra. We're not going to go that far, but we're just going to look at it as just the occult and control. this movie is based off of a book. Don't have the title. I don't care about being fucking correct right now. But in in the source material, dreams are a huge part of the plot. We get a couple dream moments in this movie. Kubrick didn't lean into it. He was leaning into other things. But I know the rainbows have something to do with that. But every time that he's tested on screen, he's passing by those colors. I don't expect you to go back and watch the movie. But if you ever did, it's gonna be something it's gonna pop out to you. You're gonna be like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? And then he does some weird shit with like lens flares that I never really noticed until this new information dawned on me. But again, every time he's being tested by a female character on screen, somewhere in the corner or in the middle of the screen and literally in a couple moments in between him and the other character, there is a rainbow lens flare that pops up. It's very subtle. Seen this movie well over a handful of times. Never noticed that. And I usually will pick up on some shit like that. Especially someone like Kubrick, who is known to be one of the better cinematographers in movie history. So anyway, being tested, like literally in the beginning of the movie. I mean, we've laughed at it. A lot of titties in this movie. First 30 seconds, Nicole Kidman is undressing. Now, there's deeper shit where she's getting undressed between two pillars, and that has something to do with fucking the occult and all that shit. I'm deep with the shit. I ain't that fucking deep, so I don't care. I care about the shit that is tangible, the shit that we can really lean into. So, we have this character that is driven down this fucking really dark path. We can look at it as a surface level cautionary tale, or we can go, yeah, this motherfucker pulled up to a Rothschild party. Stanley Kubrick filmed this movie. It's not the mansion that they had this party that I had sent to you for a little bit of background. It's not that mansion, but it definitely is a mansion that the Rothschild family owns or owned at one point. If anybody knows anything about the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the Soros, all that fucking deep fucking government shit. The Rothschilds started the banking system. They're one of the oldest families literally in human history. Rothschild means red shield, and even their fucking family, they have like a logo for their family. That's all deep into some shit, whatever. Rothschilds run the world. If I die after this, y'all know why. Just like Stanley Kubrick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know why. Because I'm in here saying some shit, It is what it is.
Die?
I mean, he died of a mysterious heart attack. Dude was in like perfect health. But, just randomly had a heart attack on like not really a Saturday afternoon, but yeah. And just editing my movie that is just so close to what people already believe the Illuminati and the cult are about.
Why would you still let the movie out if
because
they decided to kill him?
You know what, KJ? Very good question. Because one of the rules of the Illuminati is because this is supposed to be a group of people that are, the 1%, the top elite that run everything. They run Hollywood and TV and sports and media and all this other shit, right? One of their rules is they have to tell us, the little people, the simpletons, the people that are at their behest. They have to tell us what their plans are. That's one of their things. So, yeah, why would the movie studio, why would they allow something that is so close to the source material? Why would they let that out? They have to tell us at some point. And this isn't the first movie that has shown that. There's movies like Caligula that have shown that. Rosemary's Baby showed what the top 1% was all about.
Did those directors get killed?
No, but Roman Polanski, who directed Rosemary's Baby, which was supposed to show this mother who, first-time mom, it's supposed to be this fucking romantic time in her life, and it's supposed to be this. It really fucking scared a generation of women from having fucking kids because her husband's family I believe, haven't seen this in quite some time, are devil worshippers. And the baby that they put in her is supposed to be the second coming of Lucifer. Yeah, Jesus. That's right. Yeah.
Yo, yeah. So yeah.
So Roman Polanski, if anybody knows anything about Roman Polanski, fucked a 15-year-old girl and has been living in France ever since. And you know what's the craziest thing about Roman Polanski? The motherfucker is still in business. The motherfucker still makes movies. That motherfucker won an Oscar when he was exiled from the United States of America because France doesn't have extradition, right? That's what it is. That's why he's not under a fucking jail right now.
This episode is brought to you by Spark Water.
So, yeah, you can't tell me that motherfucker ain't part of the Illuminati because he's still walking around breathing. Nobody. Mm-hmm. The French are some nasty motherfuckers, too, yo. Shout out to the Olympics. We about to run through everybody. Y'all some nasty, horny motherfuckers, yo.
That's
to
how
let
I
that dude walk around.
The tinfoil hat is on.
Yeah.
Because you were like...
What does Slim Charles say? Once we in it, we in it. It is what it is.
Bro, you were like so intently deep in a topic.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, yeah, so the Olympics.
Yeah. You know? So, anyway. The MK... Yo... Because, it's tough to make conspiracy shit that deals with mind control, that potentially deals with human sacrifice, which we do see in the movie. We don't see it on screen per se, but it's definitely a part of the plot. But this is a subject matter, like I said, mind control, heavy mental, physical, sexual abuse on subjects. Devil worshipping, rich people, are they, because that's the duality, rich people, are these celebrities, are they nice people, or are they at the Diddy party?
There we go. I think that's my cue.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my cue. I think that's when we get to the regular take of the movie.
Nah, like legit, because that's really, because we could go into the nuances, but we're not about to do that. We're not about to do that.
That was an ISO.
That's the ISO.
I don't need an ISO.
No, I'm not saying no, but let's talk about like what did you think about the movie?
My general takeaway from the movie is
emphasis on general.
Oh yeah, I mean because
you weren't expecting none of this.
No, your take is the opposite of general.
Yeah. Very movie nerd / tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, as Cassie's doing this off screen.
So my general takeaway would be that be careful how much exploration you do within your union, as well as do everything in moderation as well as responsibly. I'm about to say, relax.
He's being too nice.
Even when that comes to truth telling, because of course in your relationship you should be truthful.
You should be honest.
You should be forthright.
Yes.
But I don't think you have to be excessive and or heavy handed.
Okay.
In your truth telling. Mm-hmm. Like that was an example of using the truth as a weapon.
Truth gets weaponized a lot in relationships.
In that conversation that turned into an argument out of nowhere over them smoking a joint together. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of odd to me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bounce in between a little bit of the general and a little bit of the conspiracy. So definitely a cautionary tale on how truthful you can be in a relationship. I'm with you on that. He was being nice. Lie a little. You know what?
I don't even say lie.
I mean, you know what? My opinions, the opinions that Swang is about to say, are the opinions of Swang.
Yes,
Swang
they are.
Alone. I have been in a chapter in my life where ignorance is bliss a little bit. Yeah. Don't tell me all the fucking truth, because sometimes I don't want to fucking know the fucking truth, because sometimes the truth is worse than the lie.
Yo, but bro, ignorance of what? Like, some things are just not ignorant. Some things are like it's not applicable.
She was laughing at his ignorance during that whole conversation. You know, she straight up said, "You're like, yo, you men really don't fucking get it, yo." That's not a quote, but she's like, yo, you don't. She's like, you think, and this is a little bit of the conspiracy too. She's like, yo, you think that women are here to just look good and for y'all to fuck, and that they don't add anything valuable or anything like that.
No, I think that part was
the Illuminati thinks that.
No, but I think I wouldn't know. Never got
We
invited
didn't
to
get
a
that
meeting.
deep into it. Yeah,
I'm definitely broke. Like, I'm a regular guy, and they have not privied me to where the meeting is. And I hope if there's a threshold of money, I make right under it, because I never want that phone call.
Yeah, it's something like
super cool.
It's something like
I like regular.
It's something
life.
like $100 million.
Cool.
Get you in the game. Anything less is just a goddamn shame, yo.
99 will be great. I'm super cool.
Word.
All that weird stuff.
I'll spend that $1 real quick so I don't get that invite.
All that disgusting parties and everything else, I don't need it. Now, all I'll say is, when it comes to saying ignorance is bliss, I really don't even believe certain things even file under the guise of ignorance. But I'm going to get to that in a second, because I'm going to respond directly to what you said. What she said about women, that was the part of the conversation I thought was a little bit rational.
Okay.
But I didn't think, although it was right, it was ill-placed. Because she was just looking for a fight.
Yeah.
She was looking for a fight, so it didn't matter that she was saying something to the degree of being marginalized or whatever, because it wasn't about her being marginalized.
Word, that's the word I was
looking for. It was about some man. It was like, yo, you didn't think that, like, if he could have.
Like, you didn't think that he was interested in me more than just my looks.
He could have rebut right back to her and said, so you think that them girls was talking to me about my degree? Or were you just saying that, did I fuck them? Which means you thought the exact same thing about me. You thought that someone that had no rapport with me happened to see me in a place, and you thought I was being flirtatious with them, and you instantly asked me, did I sleep with them? You didn't ask me if we was having water cooler convo about med school. So why the hell do I think that you was having water cooler convo about the art gallery? When you're over here swaying and acting like you don't even know how to keep balance because this champagne is a little too lit for you.
Sidebar, theory. There is a theory that, many theories about this movie, obviously, but there's a huge theory that, one, his wife is in on it. Like, that she's basically the bored housewife because she used to be an art dealer. Now she's raising their child. So that whole, she's at home, bored, drinking, smoking, tired of her fucking husband, picking a fucking fight randomly. Yo, we just had sex and we're smoking a joint. Fuck is going on here? Why are we fighting now? He even says, like, yo, why are we fighting? She's
not tired of him.
You don't think so?
No.
She's
I don't
all
think he's
in,
there.
Because that's another conspiracy thing. Let me get the guy's name right. The gentleman that she's dancing with at the party, his real name is Sky Dumont. His name is Sandor. Sandor is the name of somebody that started Satanism.
I just think she has cabin fever.
Yo, in my notes, I'll play that hand.
Like,
yo, you're really close to this guy.
What'd you say?
She's like, as close as this microphone is to me, she is in this dude's face like that. She's bored with her fucking husband, son.
Nah, she has cabin fever. She's not. She wants attention. She wants validation. She wants everything to fight the fact that she doesn't have a job. The fact that she had her purpose in that. Everybody's going on living their life. Her kids going off to school. And they don't show that, but I'm just saying, like, her regular life, she's just sitting there waiting for a job. Like, why are you telling strangers you're looking for work? He doesn't care. Like, at the end of the day, all he did was do something bold.
He wants some of that ginger minge, is what it is.
You're bold. He's bold. He pulled a bold move, which was really player, and like was in her face. Like, nah, what he did with the champagne glass was smooth. Like, I'm not really
just
doing that because like
drink her shit. Yep.
Like, where's your mouth been? I don't know you. Like, let's at least have a conversation.
I know where
he
wants that mouth to be.
Not necessarily at first, because we'll get back to Tom Cruise dodging that bullet later. Like as far as like
Dodged
like
it.
so, you know, build some rapport first. Get a little info before
Ask
you
me
just
my
start
name.
running around all willy nilly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all I know is the main thing I can ascertain from it all is she's bored. Because if you were bored with him, I feel like it'd have a different attitude. Like there would have been more of her being like, "Where are you going? Where you?" Like he was gone all the time.
From what we see in the party, yeah, it's like they entered the party together, but then they were separate the entire time. Like literally before she meets up with Sandor, you see her walking away and just grabbing a champagne glass and downing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, Nicole Kidman / Alice, she's wild in college probably.
She just I see her as a person that wanted entertainment, that wanted attention.
Just that, yeah.
Like, and I think that her job gave her purpose so that she wouldn't feel like her little life was all that she had. And then it's like, no, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go to work.
Word.
She's not bored with him, or she's not mad at him. She's mad that she doesn't have but she's projecting it, so it looks like that to me. Like it looks like she's mad at everything. It looks like she wants everything else, but she's just bored. Like a lot of this could have been solved with her having a job. If she never got fired, not gonna happen.
Is that confirmed that she like got fired? Because I know art dealers, that's like a 1099 type of job.
I guess she was working for. She said I was looking for a job. I mean,
word, yeah. So yeah,
I'm just saying, like, a lot. Like, okay,
it's the end of the Basquiat era, so she probably has nothing to sell.
If you work all day, and then you tend to your children, and then you tend to your spouse, and you guys have sex, then you guys smoke, the last thing you want to do is be like, let me find a way to argue.
That's a fact.
Sounds like a nap.
This argument was mad triggering, yo.
Go to bed.
Argument is mad triggering because I haven't had, obviously, this exact argument in past relationships. I've had versions of this fucking conversation. Shit's mad. Yo, as the adult that I am now watching this, not like young adult where I'm doing young adult bullshit, but like mature version that you guys hopefully see in front of this camera week to week, yo. Yeah, like, shit's triggering as fuck, bro. I mean, like, how you gonna tell me that I wanted to fuck somebody?
Yeah.
How you gonna tell me that I wanted to go fuck somebody because you was just this close to some old dirty nigga, yo?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
Yo, they're practically fucking on the dance floor, bro.
Bro, you're yelling at me.
I'm sorry, but like, yo, they are practically fucking. Like, and listen. Shout out to being, great directors, great movies, all that shit, The tension is building. They're literally this close to one another, yo. They're
painting the picture.
Yes, yo, to a point where they are,
I'm trying.
They're
to
standing
find
like this, straight, close to close, and then he's like towering over her at one point.
Height difference.
Trying to fucking show power, which is what the Illuminati tries to do.
Listen. Let me
reel
it in.
Reel it in. Let's get it.
All right, so you're right. But the thing is I really just believe that like a lot of the stuff that they're doing, it's like Tom Cruise should have argued back, but it wasn't an argument. So he was mad, like, why are we here?
Yo, Tom Cruise is a fucking dweeb this entire movie. Like, he's weak and a dweeb in this entire fucking movie.
I wouldn't say weak, but he definitely misplaced his energy.
Yeah. So, all right.
Cause I'm not going down that path because I'm mad. I don't know where he should have went because we don't have a movie if he just argues with his wife. I mean, we have that. What's that movie with Zendaya and Denzel Washington? Is that Denzel Washington's son?
Yeah.
When they're just arguing the whole movie. Yeah, like you'll have one of those because that we would have never got out of that scene. If they just had the argument they were supposed to have.
Literally 2 hour
it would
argument.
It would have been a screenplay. It would have just been a straight argument. That would have been it. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, man, like, I don't know. Have you ever been in an argument and, like, a fly on the wall would have been like, yo, you're a punk. Because you're like,
most likely, yeah.
We shouldn't even be in this argument. Mm-hmm. And now every response that I have that helps me win, even though there's never really a winner in an argument.
Facts.
What it's gonna do, the cost is not worth.
Yeah, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And I do.
So if somebody was watching you in that argument, they'd be like, yo, bro, you being pussy right now.
Fight back.
And you're not. You're just literally looking and being like, okay, I can say this and this is really cutting. And what's that gonna do for me?
I mean, he is
it's gonna put me in a worse boat.
Like, yo, Tom Cruise, you know, because say it every week, watching it because of the pod is different than just watching it in my leisure. So Tom Cruise is definitely trying to be like most men and make sense out of what she is saying. Women tend to be leading with emotion. Men tend to lead with logic. I don't give a... Yo, cancel me. I don't care. Yo, these types of conversations used to be my fucking bread and butter before podcasts were a thing. So all y'all at home, I said what I said. Women tend to lead with emotion and men tend to lead with logic. Tom Cruise is trying to make logic out of the things that she's saying because she feels emotion, right? Feels like he wanted to fuck the two girls. Whether he did or didn't, because when you see that scene, he tries to exit that situation not once, not twice, but 3 times. Compared to her that is letting our guy Sandor swoon her and give her all the fucking attention that she's apparently not getting from her fucking marriage.
It's from her life, bro. Once again, like, yo, do you know what them girls are? What did he say those girls were?
He said they were models.
Yeah.
But they're not.
What does that mean? They had a job. They were doing something. They got into that party on their own merit. So she was a +1.
Is she jealous that they have a job?
Yes.
That's
back
crazy.
To my theory of her seeking purpose and having cabin fever and being jobless. Bro, if you think about it, she's intimidated by these people that got into the party on their own because she wouldn't been there. Yeah. She's just a housewife.
Half them people were definitely at the fucking freak off.
But she doesn't even know about that.
She was probably at the freak off.
See, there we go. Back to the
because we talking about the movie.
I'm talking about the part that's right there. You talk about leading with logic. I'm talking about the movie we watch, not the movie I'm imagining it to be and mean and all that stuff.
I mean, but the movie and the source material have a lot to do with that, though. Like these themes, it's not just like people like me definitely took this movie and ran with it. But even 100%. At the time of its release, people were saying, no, this is what we think Illuminati parties / what the... Bro, right. How close does it have to be for our imitating life when literally some of the masks that they put in the movie that they're wearing are at the fucking Rothschild party? When you mentioned pre-pod, the Marion woman, he's there because her father passed away. And he's overseeing the body and shit like that. And then she's like, oh, I always loved you and all this other shit. Bro, one of the masks that someone's wearing at the party is literally in the background in her father's fucking room.
For me...
all these people were at the freak off.
For me, if there were no masks, it'd just be a invite-only party.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, why are you here?
Yeah, because both parties are invite-only parties, to be fair.
Like, literally. Like, and to me... the first party could have had just as much duck-off rooms and sex happening as the second one.
It just wouldn't be out in the open.
Because even though the party with the masks was so sinister or, had rituals and prayers and all this stuff.
Yep, people being used as fucking furniture and shit.
Somebody died at the normal party.
Almost.
Yeah, they brought her back.
Which is, I mean, we talked about it. It's like, how good of a doctor is this guy really? Like, nigga, it made us look like we can be
great.
Doctors,
he just had a conversation.
Yeah, like,
he raised somebody. Right. He raised somebody from the dead from conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, All right, where are we gonna go next with this, yo? Because I think to take it, if we're talking about relationships, yo, I said ignorance is bliss. Yeah, yo, like not telling 100% of the truth, yo. I personally feel might benefit certain situations. It might benefit certain people if they only hear 80% of what the truth is.
It's okay to know that some things are not applicable. And don't get me wrong, like this is coming from a guy that has lied before. This is coming from a guy that has...
We're human, bro. We're fallible.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like lied by omission. So I'm talking about all the different levels. Like, you know what I mean? Like not even lying by omission. Like I'm talking about some things just are not applicable.
Okay.
Plain and simple. Like, all right, so let's make it very simple. Your girl's favorite celebrity is Michael B. Jordan. Mm-hmm. She has a dream about him. Mm-hmm. You wake up and you're having coffee. Does she need to be like, yo, Michael B. Jordan was blowing my back out last night? Like, that's just not applicable. Like, yo, like, relax. Like, fam, I'm not telling you that whatever IG pic I scrolled that was the last image I seen before I fell asleep was like I'm trying to get that. Was on the frontal part of my mind, and then it popped up in my dream, and all of a sudden the bikini came off. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, let's have some class. Let's have some respect for one another. And I feel like that whole argument was a reach. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to tell me this dude is haunting your dreams. Yep. And, like, another thing you don't want to do.
Not just haunting dreams. I thought for a brief moment of throwing my entire life away. Yeah,
that was insane. Like, see, what you're not gonna do, in an argument with me, is you're not gonna be so thirsty off of some random dude glancing at you. Mm-hmm. You're like, you didn't even say he gawked at you. You didn't say he stared at you. You didn't say you guys locked eyes and you felt like time stood still. Like, no, there was no mutual interest. At the end of the day, he glanced at her, and she said she couldn't move. Okay, so how much are people not paying attention to you? How often do you feel like you're not shit for you to be like, oh, snap, somebody looked at me. All of a sudden you want to throw your family away? And you're like, oh, man, like you were being so tender to me. You were being so dear to me. Like, come on, like, yo, that's not the time to tell your husband, even in hindsight, that like, yo, man, when I reviewed the game tapes of our relationship, one of the times you were the nicest to me, I was thinking about another nigga. What? Are you crazy? Like, yo, pack it up. Pack it up, fam. Yeah. Like, yo, pack it up, yo. Like, yo. Like this dude's throwing money around the whole movie. Like, yo, get you a hotel. Stay somewhere for a week. Like, yo, I don't know. Like, do
just something. Just pay one prostitute. Get your rocks off. Go home.
He tried that. She called him. She hated. It was deep in her psyche.
She hates her husband. She
hates that he has a life.
Yo, she hates her husband.
He's supposed to be at work. I don't know what he's done. Like, he's the non-doctoring-his ass doctor that throws around that he's a doctor that I've ever seen.
That's a profession that tends to lead to a lifestyle where you can fucking work when you want.
Like, I've never seen a doctor in real life flip out their credentials. Have you?
That is a older thing.
This is not that old of a movie.
Because doctors do have licenses.
No, I know that.
But yeah, waving it, brandishing it like they're a fucking FBI agent, very impractical nowadays.
Bro,
yes.
Cut the badge flip. What are you doing?
Like, if I'm on a plane having a heart attack and someone goes, "Is there a doctor on the plane?" Yo, show me your credentials first, bro. That ain't happening.
That's not what's happening.
Yeah.
He's over here telling random people and trying to get trust from them because he's a doctor. He's like, yo, tell me what hotel this nigga stays in. She's like, maybe not. He'll be back here later. How about you tell me? I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I don't care where you work. Mind your business.
Okay.
Like, nigga, you're a doctor. Guess what else you've learned since you went to med school and all that? HIPAA. You learned about privacy. Mind your fucking business. Stop getting in other people's shit. Like, you went down this wrong path and you spent the whole next day canceling people's appointments. All of a sudden, you don't need to rub on those ladies' breasts. And now you want to just drive hours and hours away to the scene of the crime and be nosy, only for them niggas to tell you your name that you've been showing to everyone you've come in contact with on the path of your private investigation, which is dumb as all hell. Like, it's like, bro, like, cut the horny off.
Yeah.
Cut the horny off, cut the revenge off.
Yeah.
Like, add a little bit of, like you said, men operate with logic. Like, logically, we've gone too far.
Listen, logically, do what most men would have done and just go rub one out, homie. Just go rub one out, yo. Like the revenge part. Like, it's a movie, so, you know, we got to live in the movie a little bit.
He went to way too many bars and was not trying to just talk to women.
Yeah.
Like, if you were that mad, talk to women. You don't have any emotional investment in your
assistant like any other fucking successful guy, bro.
Like,
I'm here on bullshit. I don't care. I hear you laughing over there. I'm on bullshit.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, I'm not advocating for someone cheating, but if you are running around with a mind full of revenge, like, why are you chasing after this random college friend and living vicariously through him? He's bored with his wife.
Yeah, who's in fucking Seattle? This motherfucker's in
New York. I'm talking about Tom Cruise.
Oh, okay, got you.
Tom Cruise is bored with his wife.
Okay, because, I mean, Nightingale also, like,
but this is why
thousands of miles away from his family.
This is why I think the whole thing is, like, that's why I put it back to, like, how you ever been in a situation where how a person feels about themselves affects how you feel about them? Like, yo, if you...
Whoa, say it again. How a person feels about themselves affects how I feel about them?
Yeah. If you were happier with you, I'd be happier with you. But
not in a relationship, but in friendships.
But how down you are putting yourself on a regular basis affects how we interact.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I bring it all back to her being as productive as she was. They were fine. Like, he's not just saying that stuff. Like, you don't actively see him, like, taking all the women that are throwing it at him. Like, he already got his wife off the phone. If it was really that deep, like, it wouldn't even make him remorseful when she called. He wouldn't have been the first guy to cheat and answer the phone and then be like, all right, talk to you later and get back to it.
Yeah, nah, to your point, it's like, yo, the first two interactions that we see with him with other women, not his wife, is in the beginning of the party. He's trying to get out of that situation because he's kind of tap dancing a little bit, and then when he goes to Marion's house, she kisses him, and he's kind of like, oh,
he's not kissing her back.
He's not kissing her back, but this is literally right after him and his wife had the argument, and then every other interaction with a woman after that, he's full send. I'm trying to cheat.
He's forcing it.
Yeah, he's forcing it.
But I believe, even when you watch their interactions with the opposite sex at the first party, that's just like the ground rules of their relationship leave so much wiggle room for BS because, like, they like to go out, make themselves desirable to others, and then go home and, like, laugh about it. Like I said outside before we started, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, I'm not doing that with me and my lady. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep the respect level. we're gonna keep the respect level high.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna respect you when you're not there. I'm gonna respect you when you are there, and I'm gonna make sure that everyone knows that there isn't a line to cross. At the end of the day, no, you're not gonna talk to me like, yo, no woman's gonna be talking to me about the sanctity of marriage and the sanctity of a union and how maybe, like, oh, with a powerful man like yourself, maybe you should be able to have what you can afford. You can afford more than one. Like, you're not going to talk to me the way that guy was basically saying, like, oh, the way you get a man was just for you to be able to get the men that you really want. So do you really want me? Like, nigga. No, like, this is too far. Especially, and I'm not even saying it's okay in a forced situation, but this is a completely elective situation. Mm-hmm. Like, if she was at her job or if she was in some professional setting, if she was at an interview to work at the art gallery And then, like, all of a sudden, the guy got overly flirtatious. And she was put between trying to advance or, like, telling this guy, like, yo, you're out of pocket. Like, this guy is an absolute stranger. You have no need to talk to him outside of a thirst for attention, outside of a desire to entertain that, outside of a desire to be desired.
Okay.
Like, but they both do it. They both shouldn't have been in those combos. They both could have been with each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I pride you on always coming up with these, like, these narratives based off of some of the things. Yo.
That's not far-fetched. Everything you said was mad far-fetched.
She fucking hates her husband. The entire movie. Bro, I don't have enough time to get into deep shit, but this is why we differ, because he don't look at movies like how me and you look at movies. Because even if, take the Illuminati situation out of it, she hates her fucking husband, KJ.
How so?
You're looking at it as she's bored. I'm looking at it as, while she may be bored, yo, we're rich. We have this fucking amazing condo in New York. Like, that shit costs some fucking bread. Yo, she's afforded a lifestyle that a lot of women nowadays say that they want. Yeah, sip, get nervous. I don't give a fuck. I don't. She's afforded a lifestyle that a lot of women say that they want. They want to be stay-at-home moms. They want to be fucking, they want to raise the kids and all that shit, yo. And they want to have the man provide. He's providing. Now, how good he is, whatever, nuance. But yo, she hates her fucking husband. She's in homie's face from the get-go. The only time that she's on screen with Tom Cruise, she is absorbing alcohol, marijuana, or tobacco. She literally is stress smoking. She starts a useless argument, bro.
I know a lot of people.
That is the sign of a woman that is either A, bored in the relationship, or fucking hates the person that she's with, yo.
I think she hates herself. That's why I keep saying it. Like, it's about her. Like, yo, like, at the end of the day, like, yo, I really feel like...
She literally said she fantasized about leaving him and the fucking kid for this sailor who is also supposed to be L. Ron Hubbard. But, you know, whatever.
Once again, she wants to be desired. To me, that just means that this person is lacking self-worth. Like, now, that... it's funny that you're so deep on all these other amazing theories that go, like, literally from here
to fucking Timbuktu, dog.
Further than I can see. But you can't see that it's not as surface level as her just being mad at homie. Like, what people do in relationships, oftentimes, like, they project. Like, how they feel about themselves affects how they interact in their relationship.
I had in my notes that it might be a little bit of a guilty conscience, because while she alludes to her observing him with the two women, how she brings it up and because we can only go by what we see on screen. Bro, homie, she allows homie to be in her space like that while Tom Cruise is trying to exit. So if we were to look at both situations of, what do we want to call it? Like
just take the words that she said. You never are jealous over me. She says it in the argument.
She does.
Like, she literally just wants
Why do you want your husband to be jealous over you?
She first off, they're toxic as fuck. That's why. Like, at the end of the day, she gets
pissed when he says, I could see why it could be any gentleman would want to come up to you in a party because you're so beautiful.
That's not enough for her.
It's not enough. She goes off on a tangent after that.
Because she wanted to argue. And that's what's corny. Because, see,
it is corny.
You don't really want to be objectified. Like, you know what I mean? But you're acting like you want to be objectified. You're being a contrarian in the conversation. Because whatever someone throws at you, you want the opposite. So when he said, oh, no, you're sexy enough for someone to just want you meaninglessly because look at you. It's like, wait, so I'm not more than that? It's like, oh, okay, you are more than that. You're so much more than that. That's why I love you. That's why you're a trustworthy person. I have faith in who you are. She's like, tough.
He did say some shit.
Aren't you too full of yourself to
Yeah.
think that I would never? Like, you
One
just
of the
want to
things that he
argue.
said, where he was like, he yells at her or he barks at her and he says some shit like, she's like, oh, you don't think that, like, she says something like, you don't think that I would ever cheat on you or some shit, or he says like, no, like, I love you so much that I trust you enough that I don't think you would ever do that, so that's why the thought never goes through my head that you would cheat on me.
She said, I'm going to tell you, she said, you're sure of yourself. And he responded, I'm sure of you.
Of you, that's what it was. That's the line. Yeah.
And then she laughed in his fucking face.
And I hate that.
While he was
laugh,
complimenting, mind you, that's good camera work because they were showing like her weird, her
like
body language.
the body language. Yeah. No, it's good acting. It's good. It's great acting. This scene is fire, bro. This whole pod is basically predicated on this one fucking scene.
Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Like I don't like.
And I knew he was gonna get into this bag. That's why I chose Eyes Wide Shut, because I knew this fucking relationship conversation was gonna come up.
I don't find myself, like, especially at this juncture in life, like, thank God I'm in a healthy relationship.
Oh, facts.
You know what I mean? Thank God I've gotten to a point where, like, I even know, I can't say I'll predict every way we'll disagree, but I can predict that we are going to handle disagreements with a certain level of maturity.
Bro, and that's
it's rare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I treasure that. You know what I'm saying? One time for my lady. Love
no, it's facts.
You know what I'm saying? But real talk, bro, I really just like look at that and I'm like, she wanted to fight. She wanted to fight. Like,
I think what we can agree on, she wanted to fight because at the end of the day, she's unhappy to some degree. We can agree 100%. On that. Bet.
But like, trust me, like, I'm not disagreeing with what you say. I'm saying there's a root cause to what you're saying. Like, I'm saying that my theory has your theory included in it. But it's just that my theory is the person that comes to the situation that presents themselves as being mad at their spouse. You're not mad at your spouse. You're jealous of anyone. You know what I mean? Like, and like at the end of the day, you know what? Think about it as a person. Like you've been in situations where like you can send your representative. You know what I'm saying? Like first dates, places where people don't know you, where you could project maybe the smallest parts of you, the hobbies that you wish were like the bigger parts of you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, walk up to somebody, hey, what's up? My name's Swang. I'm a producer. It's like, no, of course you are. Like, it's something you have passion for, but like, you're not leading and just be like, hey, this is my job, and telling them where your job is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, she's walking around getting her rocks off, getting attention. Like, she's doing imposter syndrome type shit, pulling up to that party, doing all this stuff. It's like, no. And then what she's doing is what we do on social media. You're actually measuring your imposter syndrome versus someone else's, and you're making theirs their reality because you know your reality. You don't know if them women that said they are models are really models or if they just work at the coffee shop. But the problem is you're sitting here comparing your reality to their highlights and creating real problems in your household. You see what I'm saying? So now you're home talking about, oh, these bitches is models. Oh, you wanted to fuck them because they're productive members of society. It's like, yo, I don't know who they are. All I know is I was trying to get away from them and get back to you. Then I got stopped, and now I got stopped by my mans who damn near killed somebody upstairs. So I'm trying to help him not go to jail.
Freaky ass
and then
nigga.
He's like, yo, don't even say nothing to your wife. And now I'm like, do I hold my niggas down or do I tell my wife the truth? And I say some dumb shit like, you know, he called me because he was coughing. I'm just going to go upstairs. And she's like, what are you talking about? Now you look like you lying to your girl when you could have easily just pillow talked him like, yo, you know Ziegler has some bitches upstairs. I don't know where his wife was, but he was up there with like
he was up there doing speed with
like everybody in the room had their nipples out but me. I was chilling.
Yeah, Sidney Pollack. Yeah, you gotta put
everybody
your nipples away,
like when's the last time you seen Ziegler with just pants and suspenders on? Oh, never? Right. He was wilding. I told you, babe. Should have been there. It was crazy.
He was wilding.
We wouldn't have a movie if he pillow talked for 2 seconds. And I'm not saying that you pillow talk about everything, but if you're in that union and that's your wife, if somebody's tripping, like, yo, babe, this stays between us, but I don't want you to look at me like I'm a liar. Because now you think I'm sleeping with the women. Now you're telling me that when we was on vacation, you was looking at the sailors and all these other weird-ass niggas and all this. You telling me mad stuff just because you think I went upstairs with these models. Like, you never had to tell me that. We would have had a great day. We would have smoked, slept, had sex, woke up in the morning, had some oatmeal, and I would have went to work, and you would have been here reading the paper. We would have been chilling.
The toxicity in this relationship, bro, like, yo, I don't ever fucking... Caution. This is a cautionary tale across the board.
I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
I don't want anybody that ever dated to fucking come at me for not being jealous of them. That's fucking weird, yo.
But see, that's just grown people not using their words. At the end of the day, there could be conversations.
This conversation could have saved a couple relationships about in my
issues,
life, yo.
About issues. There could be conversations about issues in a relationship where maybe we need to go to therapy. Maybe we need to talk about, like, yo, am I showing you that I want you as much as I do? Because sometimes life gets busy and you actually do not pay attention and you take for granted the person that's right in front of you. But I mean, who starts that conversation? And half the time, you just be like, yo, so-and-so's having a party and now we're out here having a good time. And we're like playing our part, even though on the day-to-day, we're just going through the motions so much that we don't really get into the part where it's like, yo, have I told you you look beautiful on a regular day?
Because we could fast forward to the end, right? We'll skip past all the other imagery and shit. So we have this conversation in the first 20 or 30 minutes or so of the movie. A bunch of fucking crazy antics happen. Pre-sex party, during sex party, and after the sex party.
He risks his life.
Just for them to come to this conclusion where, you know, the mask shows up when he comes home. In the bed, he has a fucking breakdown and then tells his wife, I'm a bitch, and I tried to go off the conversation we had. I tried to cheat, and it wasn't successful, and I got the shit scared out of me, just for her to say, you know what this means, right?
We should fuck.
We should fuck.
Yo, you know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy about that whole part? Since we're talking about selective honesty, right? I guarantee you he broke down. He cried. He talked about going to that weird party. I bet you he never, even then, I guarantee he skipped details.
I'm skipping details.
I know. He didn't say, so then I was about to go to this hooker's house and I went back there with a gift.
Yeah.
And
but,
then,
yo, you went back with pastries, my nigga?
I went back there with a gift and seen her roommate. Then her roommate threw me the box.
Gave her
then when I was about to get the box from her, she told me that the person I almost slept with the night before got the call that she got the HIV. Like, come on. Ain't no way that you told your wife all that. Because, see, that's overwhelming. And one walk to the toy store is not going to be enough to get that to fade away. And the truth would have went too far, and you would have been like, I ain't do all that. So you know what? It's clipped. And it's not fair because you're going to be sitting there like, but baby, 2 wrongs don't make a right. It should have been like, nah, but you're wilding. You almost brought AIDS into this house.
Looking like a fool in man's shoes.
And that's how I know he skipped that part, because he was like, whew, close one.
Yeah.
That's when he was scared straight off of the hose. Because at the end of the day, what I thought he was going to do, I thought he was going to let the revenge overpower him. I thought he was going to tell the roommate, like, good thing I didn't sleep with her.
What's up with me and you?
He tried to, and proceeded to try to beat, which would have been crazy.
Yo, how far? Yo. You know what, yo? Let's back it up a little bit. Yo, how wild is it? Because we talked about it a little bit. I still think it's a little wild. Yo, because I'm with you on the body language. I'm with you on her body language in that scene.
She won sure.
Like, anybody that knows anything about body language, yo, usually when somebody's attracted to you, yo, their pelvis will face you in a way. It'll be pointed at you or literally, like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Pause. So she does give him one of those, you know, pelvics definitely brush. She could have moved. Like you said, yo, the table didn't fucking move. She just stood there. But how wild is it that he knows the roommate is a prostitute, It's a little fucked up that you're just gonna assume that she's about to just give you that ass, whether there's sexual attraction or not.
Nah.
Yo, he just went straight to unbuttoning her shirt and was up there copping a feel, bro.
There wasn't resistance, and I'm not saying that's right.
Right. We're not saying it's right.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yo. That's a fucking 3/4 fucking court shot at minimum.
He went, but not. It was in rhythm though. It's right. Bro. If she
saying that sexual advance was in rhythm.
No. Because you have to tell the story in order properly. Because if he's not reading the signs and he's some crazy guy, like. I hate to say it.
A sex-crazed fucking lunatic
no,
at this point in the movie?
Yeah, man, at the first party is more out of pocket.
Sandor?
Than Tom Cruise inside that house.
I don't know. You said his movie.
You grabbed her champagne glass.
You said that shit was a player move.
It was, but it's out of pocket. You grabbed her champagne glass that she was sipping from herself. And then she was like, "That's mine." He's like, "I know," and put his lips where hers was like that. It was. Don't get me wrong. You could see the smoothness of it, but it's still way out of pocket and inappropriate.
Yeah, most Satanists are smooth.
Now,
that's how they abduct
when you
people.
talk about this guy, he's fresh off of the girl doing the pelvis to pelvis brush and holding that position. She stays directly
she
in front of him. She kind of
stutters her speech a little bit.
Like they're talking slow to each other.
Yeah, like it worked. It worked.
There was a lot of chemistry there. It's not like, yo, if he did that right at the door, I'm like, fam, she gave you no energy. You're bugging.
Very true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a response. That's why I said, you said it's a 3/4 shot. I'm saying, but it's in rhythm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Peyton Pritchard shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, it's in rhythm though. Like you got the pass right there, boom, one dribble, put it up.
Had to use Peyton Pritchard.
No. It doesn't always come down to the Celtics, but that was the last 3/4 shot.
Lakers fan.
That was the last 3/4 shot that I seen go in. So it's in my recent memory. Thank you. Do you remember the last Portland Trailblazer? Okay.
I mean, Dame.
You got one for the Sixers? No.
Wow, that's crazy.
You got one for the Lake? Oh, okay.
Yo.
Shout out to Peyton Pritchard.
Yo, man's just, yo. Where did this smoke come from, yo? Yo, that's crazy, yo. He just ran through. All right. Nah, bet. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'll be the only one to answer. I ain't seen it in a couple years. Good for Dame.
That's it.
Good for Dame. He got everything he asked for. First round exit and all that. Or did they make it to the second round? Who the fuck knows?
He'll be all right. His destiny is there.
Listen, yo, fresh divorce, yo, that's a new lease on life, dog. He'll be all right. Big glow.
Back to relationships. Yo, Glorilla wasn't who I thought he was gonna.
Shit's
Never
a
mind.
boomerang, son.
That wasn't my risk it all play on my bingo card.
I ain't mad at it though. I ain't mad at it.
Not happy.
Yeah.
Are we done?
I mean, yeah. Listen,
man.
Lie or don't lie to your spouse, but be careful about what you fucking tell the truth about, yo, because you might end up at the Diddy party.
Yo, and as another final word, on your revenge mission, never be so blinded by revenge that you start to realize that you fail to realize you're doing too much.
We should do some revenge movies. I got some movies. I'm gonna hit the chat.
We just did one. This nigga's nuts. Like, yo, slow down. Like, bro, like, revenge led him on the wildest of goose chases.
Yo, man's almost got HIV and got his life and the life of his family threatened. Niggas was stalking him.
So back to the point, Alice is the villain because if she never shared, if she never shared her thirst for attention, he wouldn't have gotten so upset that he went on a path that led him to
feeling compelled
multiple
to go cheat.
brushes with death.
Yeah. Your wife said, I thought about cheating and leaving our life behind. You went out and said, well, let me actually go cheat to get back at her. That's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they were like it was like a poker. Like, you know what I mean? I see you. I'll raise you.
I see your fantasy.
I'll raise you. Risking HIV and death at the mansion party. He was gonna find out how broke he was if he would have got HIV.
We are.
Everybody can't financially.
On so many different levels of bullshit.
Yeah. On that note, shout out to everybody at Royal Soul. Listen, you can free us from these mics. We got it.
Yo, shout out to.
What you see is what you get. It's what you get. Then what you see is what you get.